Today we'll discuss the four major properties of an object-oriented programming language. Now, as we all know, in object-oriented programming, objects are created of certain classes. As we had discussed before, in the class humans, if we create two objects, say object A and object B, they will have the same properties which we had described in the class humans, like they can talk, walk, and sleep. But object A contains certain properties which makes it differentiable from object B. Say object A is very good in reading, or he has good reading skills as compared to object B, whereas object B is more of an artistic person as compared to object A. These are some unique properties which make them differentiable from each other. So now let us discuss what are the four major properties of an object-oriented programming language. Namely, they are abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. What is abstraction? Data abstraction refers to providing only essential information to the outside world and hiding the background details. That is, to represent the needed information in program without presenting the details. For example, if you put up your Aadhaar card number in the Aadhaar database window, you just put in your Aadhaar card number and get your Aadhaar details. You are not shown where the data is stored, or you are not shown any other person's data. So this is kind of implementation of an abstraction where you only get essential information and hide the background details. Second up is encapsulation. Encapsulation is placing the data and functions that work on the data in the same place. While working with procedural languages, it is not always clear which functions work on which variables, but object-oriented programming provides you framework to place the data and relevant functions together in the same object. Now you can visualize encapsulation as protecting a piece of code with a cover or a capsule wherein it is not accessible from the outside world, but it can be accessed through certain functions or objects. For example, if we create a class and we encapsulate the package and such that that class can be accessed only by a particular type of object which has been created from that class, which means it has restricted the access to other users and can be accessed in a particular way and no other way. This is called encapsulation. Next up is inheritance. One of the most important aspects of object-oriented programming is code reusability. As the name suggests, inheritance is the process of forming a new class from an existing class. That is, from the existing class called a base class, a new class called a derived class is formed. Now, for example, you are making a cell phone and you want that your cell phone design should be inherited in the near future. For example, you implement just basic functions such as call and like send message or click pictures. Now, someone has decided that he will inherit three properties these three functions which you had implemented in your class mobile, and he wants to add some new functions of his own. Similarly, as person B also wants to inherit those properties and want to implement his own properties. Or so in a way, cell phone A and cell phone B, both of them can call, click pictures, and send message, but these two phones have some properties which have been defined by the person who has inherited your class called phone and added his own properties.